Last day in England. Can you believe it's here?
Not sad, but also really excited.
Now the fun part, 3 flights of stairs with these suitcases. So this is what we're carrying our life around in.
Not bad.
Okay, so we just transferred to the Piccadilly line, which goes right to Heathrow Airport. We are leaving London, sadly, but we are going on another adventure for February. So, to officially announce it, we will be in Bucharest, Romania for the entirety of the month of February. It's a place that neither of us have been to, and on top of that, we really don't know anyone that's been there either.
Whenever you see the seatbelt sign illuminated. If you deem to open one of the overhead lockers during today's flight, please do take care, as items may get moved during taxi takeoff, and they could fall out and cause injury.
Bună din Bucharesti! Greetings from Bucharest, Romania, where we're going to be spending the next couple of weeks. This is the capital city of Romania, and right now we're in the Old Town district. Old Town is mostly just pedestrian walkways. You're going to see a lot of bars, restaurants. There's not really any cars coming through here, so especially at night on the weekends, this gets very lively. So the Old Town's really cool, and definitely a different vibe than I think we've seen so far. So we're about to have a full day of just walking around, taking the city in, and letting you know what our first impressions are. Before we do that, we're going to go get some food at a place called Ciorbe, Placinte, which I'm pretty sure just translates directly to soup and pie, which sounds like a pretty good combination to me, so we're gonna go get some food real quick. So Bucharest has a very unique look and feel to it, and that's because there's such a wide variety of architecture types here when it comes to, just thinking about how the city was built and over the course of the last century, how much it's changed as far as the leadership and the type of society. There's communist-looking buildings, but then there's also like this grandiose French-style architecture that you're going to see a lot, and it's all kind of mixed in with this modern flair because, for the last 25 to 30 years, this has been a free republic that's kind of trying to create their own identity.
You'll have these beautiful buildings with so much intricate details, and then on the other side it's just full of graffiti.
It's all kind of confusing and indescribable in a way, but I think that's what makes it so unique and special, is that it definitely does not remind me of anywhere I've been to. I don't think that there's like a direct comparison I can make. It's just Bucharest because it's the only place I've been to that feels like this.
Another thing that we've noticed here in Bucharest is that they're very proud of their flag. You see the Romanian flag flown just about everywhere. I haven't really felt a sense of that patriotism since we left the US. Along with the Romanian flag, it's almost always flown right beside a European Union flag. I think that just shows how proud they are that they're a part of the Union. In 2004, the country joined the North Atlantic Treaty, and in 2007, it became a member of the European Union. This is a relatively new country, and it's starting to blossom.
So in a lot of ways, this is a city in transition, and you can definitely tell that. You know, walking through the old town, there's going to be, you know, broken parts of the cobblestone when you're walking. There's a lot of buildings that still look almost destroyed. But at the same time, you just see this kind of new life arising.
Notice there's a ton of stray cats in Bucharest, particularly in the old town. We're not sure what that's all about, but one morning when I went out for a walk, there were actually bowls left out with food. The stray cats in the old town are the equivalent to squirrels back home. They're just everywhere. Romania is pushing to become a member of the Schengen Region of Europe, which will likely happen soon. Luckily, we've made it here just in time before this goes into effect, so our time in Romania won't eat into our allotted 90 days in the passport-free zone of the Schengen region.
I think the reason that places like this have high tourism parts of the year is because of the weather and because of, you know, just people having off time during their work year. So we were talking about the pros and cons about coming during off-peak times, because I think there are a lot of advantages to it if you can make it happen, but there are certain things that you're just not going to get the same experience. There's just not as much focus on tourists being around. So for example, we're doing a day trip up to Brasov, Romania to see Peles Castle and Bran Castle, and we had to reschedule our time just because there weren't enough English-speaking people in the tour for them to do an English tour. So we had to reschedule. You know, sure that things don't happen like that during peak tourism times, but at the same time, you might run into a situation where there's all the times are booked up. It's a give and take with that. And also, there's this beautiful fountain in the middle of the city, but right now the fountain's not on. I can't imagine how beautiful this fountain is in the summer. So that's like one of the main tourist attractions of central Bucharest, and we're not even really able to see it in its full effect.